Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Alan Troop, reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Monday, November 11th. Tonight, we give thanks to the veterans in Grant County and show the appreciation on display in Ephrata and report on how Moses Lake got an early start on Christmas. In sports, Bob Kirkpatrick reports on the final regular season games for Columbia Basin High School football. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight is about how people came together in Ephrata to show their appreciation for veterans on Veterans Day.
With that sound, the American Legion posts from Ephrata, Moses Lake, and Quincy mark the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The post celebrated Veterans Day with a parade through Ephrata, a 21-gun salute, and a ceremony to remember veterans. The 17th annual Veterans Day parade drew about 100 participants and a crowd of people along Basin Street. For Richard Rader, a U.S. Navy Marine Corps veteran and Moses Lake's American Legion Post commander, the parade marks a chance to remember the people who served and are serving their country.
We're honoring the dead, we who are living, paying respect to them, and let the public know why we are here. We're also honoring the young men and women who are gone overseas to Afghanistan, Iraq, and other parts of the world.
Standing next to Rader was Jim Anderson, a veteran of the Korean War. Several generations of Anderson's family served in the military, including his father, uncle, daughter, and grandson.
I have a grandson that's in the Marine Corps in Afghanistan. Hopefully he'll be back in a couple months. That'll be the end of his tour to go on to college.
What are their names?
It's one of those things. We like to honor those who passed before us, those that are there now, especially those that are there now, because they're giving up so much for us.
For Mike Montani, one of the parade's organizers, the parade gives the American Legion Post a chance to let people know there are veterans in Grant County.
You know, that we have veterans here. A lot of people don't even know what a veteran is or who the veterans are. And we get a lot of local veterans marching in the parade, and the community sees them, and they understand who veterans are then.
Montani said the event draws new people every year. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Normally, I would thank Cameron for the story, but today I thank the veterans. Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We will be back after these messages.